Jr. He's the deepest. Flanking to his right will be Mark Hinderlight, number 10. Hinderlight, playing the defensive corner like Kennedy, is a 5'10", 167-pound senior. And off to his left will be number 33, Mervo Grigsby. That is the way they line up to receive the opening kickoff from Lexington Bryan Station. So Corbin tonight, Bill, undoubtedly wants to control this football against this big Bryan Station football team.
They sure do, Don. Bryan Station has got the type of offensive football team that has the potential to control the ball themselves. And in order to keep that from happening, we're going to have to control it quite a bit on offense.
Kennedy from the 10, 15, 20, 25, spinning, and down he goes at the 27-yard line. So the Red Hounds will have very decent field position to get the offense underway from about their own 27-yard line.
I'm surprised that we were able to get such a good return right there. They got down the field real well, but we made some key blocks and sprung Brent out to about the 27. Pretty good return.
Dishman made the stop. He's a 5'10", 190-pound senior wearing jersey number 24. Corbin opens now with both ends in tight. Out of a wishbone set, the quarterback is Gilmore, number 15. Ball right in the center of the field on the first offensive play of this football game. And it's given to Darian Jackson as he crosses the 30 up to about the 34, so about 7 yards on that first play.
Yeah, it's a real nice run by Darian, but I think a lot of the credit belongs to Ted Engel and the center Maeve in there, and Tony Hoover blocking up in front as they open up a nice little hole to pick up about 6 yards.
They call it a gain of 6, so it'll be 2nd and 4 for Corbin now. Darian Jackson replaced in that backfield by number 25, Kenny Davis. Once again, the same formation as a moment ago. Second down play, Mervo Grigsby trying to slide off people, but a good tackle that time stops him for about a yard loss.
That time our blocking kind of broke down as Mervo tried to slip the tackle and get to the outside, but they've got some quick outside people out on the corner and their defensive end, and they were able to shut it down.
Well, Dishman once again there, and he's a very good football player.
Oh, yes, he's a very versatile player. He plays fullback on offense, and he'll play nose guard and guard on offense. He's a very versatile player.
Corbin now, after the yard loss, will be looking at a 3rd down and 5. Wide out to the right side will be Grigsby. Gilmore handing it off up the middle, and there goes Hoover at the 45, midfield 45, and Hoover finally taken down at about the 42-yard line.
I love it. Coach Adams has made some excellent remarks about the progress that Tony Hoover's made, and he popped that right up inside and just darn near broke it. Great run by Tony Hoover, and I'm just tickled to death to see him get off to a good start. He ought to have a great year.
He's taken it all the way down to the 42-yard line. That's a 19-yard pickup from the 33 of Corbin for the first down of this football game. Number 28, Tony Hoover from that fullback position. He's set ahead of the 2 setbacks right now as Corbin has it 1st and 10 at the Bryan Station 42. It's Jackson, big hole up the middle, across the 35, and down he'll go at the 33-yard line, about 9 yards that time.
And our interior offensive line is really working on the middle of Bryan Station's interior defensive line. Mabe's doing a great job in there. Engel, Jonathan Wells, all opening the holes over there. Derek Raines, good block.
The ball is spotted at the 33-yard line, so that's a gain of 9 by Jackson as Corbin continues to move this football, and that's what Coach Adams wants to play, ball control football. They're going right straight down the field on some good running plays. Here's the 2nd and 1. Gilmore dishes, and there he goes, a 1st down for Grigsby. He's across the 25, 20, 15, 14-yard line, Mervo Grigsby.
Oh, yeah, you're going to hear that name a lot this year. He really looks fired up and ready to play, and Mervo Grigsby is a tremendous athlete. He can do about anything, play basketball or football or baseball or whatever you need, and Mervo just burst right through the middle that time, and he was real tough to bring down. It's a good offensive drive.
19-yard pickup again, and Corbin has their 2nd first down of this game. They're to the Bryan Station 14-yard line now. Opening drive of this football game. Once again, Gilmore has them set straight away on the 1st down play. Gilmore, quick on her. This is Jackson. Jackson across the 10. Jackson down to the 5, and he'll be pushed back. But Darian Jackson gets about 9 more yards.
I hate to keep talking about it, Don, but I'll tell you what, our offensive line is looking tremendous on this particular drive, and Darian Jackson really burst through that hole that time and picked up the good yardage. In there, number 60, Jonathan Wells, as I recall last year how quick he was on the defensive side of the line. He is just that quick from his offensive guard spot, too.
A gain of 9. Corbin will have it second down, a yard to go, just outside the Bryan Station 5-yard line. Here's the play. Gilmore gives. Jackson trying to slide off people, gets it across the 5. I don't know whether he got enough for the first down. He did cross the 5-yard line, but getting only short yardage.
Yeah, we didn't do a real good job knocking them off the line on that particular play, but we've done very well on this series, and I'm just very impressed with our blocking right at this point.
No gain at the 5. Corbin now will have it third down, a yard to go. Taking this opening drive from their own 27, they're at the Bryan Station 5-yard line right now. Here's the full house backfield with Grigsby, Hoover, and Jackson behind Gilmore. Gilmore will give Jackson's first down, and he gets down to the 2-yard line. So Corbin has their third first down on this opening drive.
And this is first and goal, and this is what you want. Your first offensive series to be able to push the ball all the way down the field and push it into the end zone. It's always important what you can do on your first offensive drive of the game and first offensive drive of the second half.
He got to the 1-yard line, a yard further than I gave him credit a moment ago. A pickup of 4 yards, and Corbin will have it first and goal to go from there, right in the center of the football field. As Gilmore will deal. Here's Jackson sliding to the right and pushed back.
They didn't do a very good job of cleaning them out that time, Don. They got in their goal line defense and running a 60 defense, and they just absolutely overpowered us on that side of the line that particular time. We've done, it seems like, just a little bit better to the left side on this drive than what we have on the right side.
Jackson has carried the ball 4 straight times. They have it just outside the 1-yard line. It'll be second down and goal to go for Corbin from there. As Gilmore calls. He'll keep the ball, slides into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that was behind the block of big Joel Carpenter, as he really drove blocked the fellow all the way back about 5 yards deep in the end zone, and Bryan just ducked his head and went in.
The Red Hounds very impressive on this opening drive. It was Jackson for 7. Then Grigsby got hit behind the line. Then Hoover ran for 19 and a first down. Jackson got 9. Grigsby got 9 more. And we have the try for the extra point by Rucker, and a flag goes down. We'll wait to see. Our extra point kicker this year is Brad Rucker, number 58. He's a 5'11", 221-pound junior. His first attempt is no good, but we'll see whether or not Bryan Station is guilty. Apparently not. We have 6 minutes and 5 seconds to go. Opening period. There's timeout. Here from Lexington, Kentucky with timeout. The score, Corbin 6, Lexington Bryan Station, nothing. Bryan Mulberry, number 36, a 5'10", 172-pound sophomore, will kick off for Corbin now as the Red Hounds lead it by a score of 6-0. Mulberry tries an onside. Will it go the 10 yards? Nope. Was he trying that deliberately? I couldn't tell.
Oh, yes, I believe he was. I think Coach Adams may have put a little surprise into the game. I really believe that he was doing that intentionally. If he wasn't, we need a new kicker.
No, but that ball died. Had that ball not died, Corbin had it covered and really had surprised Bryan Station. But it just died right there at the 47-yard line. Right.
Now, the way we kicked the extra point and kicked off, they may have sneaked a medicine ball in on us.
47-yard line of Corbin. Bryan Station has excellent field position. Their quarterback is Wesley Johnson, a 6', 160-pound senior. Wide out to the right side as he'll give it to number 3, Chris Halliburton, a 150-pound junior, as Halliburton crosses the 45 and brings it down to about the Corbin 43-yard line.
A host of tacklers in there, Don. Moran, Hinterlight, Darian Jackson. I notice we've got big Farmer at Shannon Farmer at nose guard, and I think his size has determined that to try to cut down these big backs from Bryan Station from penetrating too much.
They got about 5 that time. It'll be second down now and 5. Once again, the same formation as a moment ago. Johnson pitches back, and Big Todd Toomey in trouble back there. Corbin reacting well. Toomey, a 215-pound senior, is corralled.
He's a big running back, Don, but I don't think he's going to make very much progress running with his back to the line of scrimmage. He turned around that time and didn't really put a lot of force into it. He'll have to lower that head if he's going to gain much yards against the Red Hounds.
Brent Kennedy, one of those. He's number 7 that was in on that stop right there. So for Bryan Station, about a half yard. They're still near the Corbin 42-yard line. This will be a third down play. Wide out comes left. Johnson will give it to Halliburton, moving to his right. He is hit. I don't think he'll get it.
No, he didn't get it.
Once again, Kennedy and Engel helped out.
Yeah, Kennedy is really a quick defensive back. He got up in there, and of course Ted Engel is one of our outstanding seniors this season, and he was in on the play also. This is going to be real interesting. They're on our 39-yard line, 4th and 1, and it looks like they're going to go.
Speaking of going, how about you going to Myers Chevrolet Oldsmobile Cadillac when you're in the market for a good used car or a new car? Big selection at Myers of Barberville.
They give you a good price too, Don.
Here it is, 4th and 1 at the Corbin 39, and Toomey will get it. Did he lose the ball? I believe he did.
He lost the football. I don't know who got it.
No indication to us as of yet. Apparently, Bryan Station will keep control of the football. Farmer in on the stop for Corbin. Shannon Farmer is number 77, a 5'10 junior, weighs 220 pounds. So Bryan Station does get their first down of this football game. They have it at the Corbin 37-yard line right now.
Looks like it may be a passing down for him, Don.
William Crowder's wide to the left side. Yep. Back to throw will be Johnson. Johnson in trouble, and down he goes.
Tim French, and Tim just rained all over him. Tim was really back there quick. That's his big asset, is his quickness. He's not a real bulky kid, but he really got back through on the quarterback, and I think we'll see a lot of that from Tim French.
Tim French is number 81. He's 5'11", weighs 188 pounds. He's a junior, and that's a big loss for Bryan Station all the way back to the 49-yard line. A loss of 12. It'll be second down and 12 for the first down. Bryan Station will show us Ben Robinson coming wide to the left at end. Johnson back to throw, looking over the middle. He throws it over the middle, and it's too tall. Intended for their star player, Ben Edwards. He's number 84. Edwards is 6'3", a 220-pound senior. He's touted as a high school All-American candidate.
Oh, yes. His coach spoke very favorably of him this Tuesday in the newspaper. He indicated that he thought he was not only one of the best high school football players in the state, but in the Southeast.
Bryan Station now has it 3rd and 12. Kennedy helping break that one up a moment ago. On the 3rd and 12, Johnson under, and Johnson will deal, but Halliburton goes nowhere. And number 77,
Shannon Farmer. Shannon really in quick, and from his nose guard position, they were blocking down on him. He slid off the block and made a good, sharp tackle right at the line of scrimmage.
Bryan Station got the ball at the Corbin 47 to start this drive. They're going to give it up at the 48, so they end up losing 1 yard on the series of plays. They'll be in punt formation here with Corbin leading by 6-0. 2 minutes to go in the opening period. Corbin with triple safety back. Kennedy is the deep man standing at the 15-yard line. 4th down, about 12 yards to go for the first down. Oh, high snap, but he'll pull it down. Corbin, no rush on, and the ball is shanked. It won't go anywhere. Back upfield. That will be a 0-yard punt. How about that?
I have seen punts like that before. I'm sorry to say some of them were from the Red Hounds, but I'll tell you what, I really believe they're kicking a medicine ball out there now.
That will be about the line of scrimmage, and Corbin will take over at near the 48-yard line. They gave him a 2-yard punt. I don't believe it went hardly a yard. Nevertheless, the Red Hounds in good offensive territory now. Rusty Honks, one of the coaches beside me up here on the press box, really getting a chuckle out of that one. Here we go. As Gilmore's second man through, well, he won't find much running room. Haven't identified him yet.
Darian Jackson.
Darian. He's been used quite a bit so far tonight.
Yeah, he's been the workhorse in the backfield to this point. Grigsby's broken off a couple of good runs, and Hoover broke off a great run to the left a while ago, but they've used Darian quite a bit tonight.
He lost 2 that time.
I wouldn't be surprised if you see our first pass here, Don.
Darian has carried the ball 6 times thus far tonight. Corbin will have it 2nd and 12. Well, both ends in tight. A full house backfield again for Gilmore. And Gilmore back to throw, looking downfield for Kennedy. No, over the middle. It is batted down. He had a couple of receivers out there. The short man was Corey Reeves, number 44, and Kennedy was streaking downfield. Had that one not been batted down, our chance of success was very good.
I think the pass was intended for Corey Short. He just happened to get it into a covey of linebackers from Bryan Station, but he got back kind of quick and set up and really fired it pretty quick. He didn't take much of a look at it. I think he was going for the short man.
I'd like to get you as color man, Rusty. Rusty says, I'm glad he can't catch him. We'd be in trouble. Here we go. For Corbin now, 3rd down and 12 from their own 46-yard line. And it's going to be Kennedy coming from that end position across midfield to the 45, to the 42. Looks like a first down.
Yeah, and that's going to be an important facet of our offense, is to be able to utilize Brent Kennedy. This is where that we could have used Lettington, last year in a lot of speed situations, but Kennedy has got that excellent quickness and excellent speed, and he's a great athlete. There'll be situations that I'm sure that we're going to be using him like that all season.
Corbin's 4th first down of this game. Kennedy has just gone for 13 yards to the Bryan Station 41-yard line as time is running out here in the opening period. The Hounds should get this play away, though, before the quarter expires. And bursting right up the middle will be Mervo Grigsby. He crosses the 40. I would say he got to about the 37, looks like 4 yards.
Yeah, and the center of our line, Don, is pushing them back at relative ease right at this time. I think that we're dominating the line of scrimmage.
It's been a good first quarter as the Corbin Red Hounds on their second offensive series of the night will have the ball at the 37 when we come back. 2nd down and 6 for the first down. There's timeout here from Lexington Tates Creek High. Timeout with the score. Corbin 6, Bryan Station nothing. As we begin our second period of football tonight from the Thoroughbred Bowl here in Lexington, Kentucky, this is Don Estep with Bill Crook and Dale Johnson here on Channel 19 Southern Cablevision with the playback of Red Hound football. And here we go on the 2nd down play. Corbin just powering right up the middle, and the Red Hounds driving them back. Look like Mervo again, and Mervo gets down near a first down.
That was behind Derek Raines and Jonathan Wells, Don, and they pushed them right on out of the hole once again. They're completely dominating the line of scrimmage. Bryan Station seems to have good size up there, but I don't believe their technique's quite as good as what the Red Hounds is.
He came just a wee bit short. It'll be 3rd down, a yard to go from the Bryan Station 32-yard line now. He deals to Kennedy this time. He has that first down, spinning around, refusing to go down. And Kennedy, with his 2nd carry of the night, gets the Corbin first down. For the Hounds, that will be first down number 5.
And I think we'll see a lot of Brett carrying the football, as I said earlier. He has that explosion about him that if he ever does get into the secondary, he's probably our best breakaway runner. He's not that big and strong, but he's got a lot of quickness and a lot of mobility.
That time he got 4 yards down to the 28-yard line of Lexington Bryan Station. Mervo Grigsby comes wide to the left now. Corey Reeves is in the backfield for the first time tonight. And what do we have here? The official pointing to his left. So Corey Reeves, as we show a lot of variations in our offense. We've had Kennedy running the football. Well, Corey Reeves now into the lineup. Tony Hoover is the up back.
I noticed down on the sidelines, Don, that Brett Kennedy is having his left hand looked at. Hoping that, I don't know if it's his finger or his left hand, but Kim Cleary's working on him there, and I don't know how serious it is. It seems like he's in a little bit of pain.
We have it 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. Grigsby wide left now as Gilmore trying to hold on to the football. Oh, he does a miraculous pitch. Gets it to Jackson. Jackson at the 20-yard line before he's upended.
An excellent job by Bryan Gilmore. He took the lick and found Darren Jackson sweeping out to the left and was able to get the football to him. Some good blocking going in there by Corey Reeves, too. Corey is, in my opinion, has to be in one of the top 5 football players in the state of Kentucky, even though he's a junior. He has all the ability, and I'm sure we're going to see a great deal of him this year. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see something of him pretty quick.
Jackson, Grigsby, Hoover behind Gilmore now. That was a run of 8 yards on a very good play by Gilmore, the quarterback. It'll be 2nd and 2. He'll give to Jackson, and Jackson will not find any room that time. It was closed before he got near the line.
Yeah, they were pretty well up into the gaps and pretty well ready for us to run that particular play. Sometimes we're able to push them off that ball, sometimes we're not. That particular time we were not.
A loss of a yard that time to the 21-yard line. So now we're looking at 3rd down, about 3 for the 1st down. 9 minutes, 45 seconds in the 2nd period. Corbin leading Bryan Station by a score of 6-0. The backfield the same as a moment ago. The ball now just behind the 21-yard line, and Corbin will request a timeout. So the Red Hounds, a key play in this drive as they have it 3rd down and 3 at the 21-yard line, want to talk about it. And we have a timeout with 9:29 to go in the opening half. The score is Corbin 6, Bryan Station nothing. We'll be back in a moment. With 3rd and 3, Coach Cotton Adams wanting to talk about the upcoming play, and obviously this is a very important play as the Red Hounds have the ball right in the center of the field. They've been able to move without hesitation here tonight.
Yeah, we need to exhibit a little bit of the killer instinct and push this ball on in for a 2-touchdown lead. I think that would be very important right here in the 2nd quarter.
Here we go. They draw Bryan Station offside. Very good play there as jumping into the gap was Joey Bond, number 44.
Well, I wish I was within about 20 miles of Corbin right now. I'm starved to death, and I'd head out to that filling station for Sammy Sturgill and Eleanor and let them fix me one of those good ribeye steak sandwiches.
All right. That's one of our sponsors this year, by the way. Good timing. As the ball is moved down to the 17-yard line, where Corbin has just picked up their 6th first down in this football game. That one coming on the penalty. So here we go now. Grigsby, Jackson, and Hoover, the up back, as Gilmore will line them up. Number 57, the center, is Mabe. And the call. And Gilmore gives to Hoover. I don't think the mechanics of that handoff were too clean. And was it Jackson?
It was Darren Jackson, yeah, okay. Right up over center. Now, I don't know. We were discussing this during the break there. This Mabe, James Mabe, is a sophomore playing center, is really doing a bang-up job on their nose guard. I'll tell you, the kid's really a fine football player.
So the gain is down to the 14-yard line. I thought it was Hoover that had the football, but it was Jackson, as Jackson has moved for 3 yards, and Corbin will have it 2nd down and 7 from there. Playing very conservative football here tonight, but able to control the football. And on a counter play, that is Grigsby. Nice running straight up the middle across the 10. And Grigsby has taken it to about the 8-yard line, some 6 more yards.
Fine run by Mervo, but once again, it's Mabe leading up in there, and Tony Hoover from his fullback position and opening up the blocking, too. Tony did a fantastic job last year from his fullback. I thought he was the best blocker we had out of the backfield last year, and he's continuing to do that this year. And Mabe, of course, is looking good in the middle of the line, our guards, our tackles. Engel was about my favorite interior lineman last year, and he's holding up his end, too. I believe he might be hurt a little bit out there. Ted Engel coming off the field now. Tommy Faulkner's been out to look after him a little bit. I'm not sure exactly what's happened to him, Don. Might have just got the wind knocked out.
All right, that reminds me of Brad, that wore that same number, 55, who works down at Johnny Wheels, one of our sponsors.
Hey, that Brad Engel's a big buddy of mine.
Here we go, 3rd down and 2 for the 1st down. The pitch to Jackson, looking for a wall, won't get it. Back at the 10-yard line, he's taken down.
Well, after looking at our extra point, Don, I hope we go for it.
Well, give him a chance. Give him a chance. It's young football season right now.
Yeah.
And let's see what will happen right here. As Corbin will have it back at the 10-yard line. That's a loss of 2. And the line to gain will be the 7. So we're going to be looking at 4th down and 3 for the first down, and decision time right now for Coach Cotton Adams.
He's going to go.
Corbin leading by 6-0, and so with decision time, they're going to talk about it a little bit. 7 minutes and 45 seconds to go here in the opening half. Well, we have a timeout. The score is Corbin 6, Bryan Station nothing. And speaking of jewelry, Distad's Jeweler is one of our fine sponsors, so keep those in mind when you need fine china or jewelry. Distad, they jump off sides again. We did that a moment ago. Rusty, are we doing that? Oh, we're drawing them off sides.
All right, at this particular point, it seems to be in a crucial situation that they're overreacting, and we're able to change our count just a bit and get them off sides.
A long count results. That has been an effective play for us twice tonight already in getting first downs, and that should be a first down right there.
Yeah.
So give credit where credit is due. Right there in that call, much easier to get it that way.
Well, they're taking all the mystery out of it, though, Don. I'd like to see if we can get it.
No, Bill. No, Bill. Control yourself. I like it that way. At the 5-yard line, Corbin's 7th first down of the ball game. First down and goal to go from there. Gilmore will be rammed hard. That time he didn't have time to hit the crossing back. All over him was Joey Bond, number 44.
Yeah, he blitzed through and caught Bryan, but Bryan did have the presence of mind to hold on to the football, which is critical at that point, too.
That's a loss of 9 back to the 14-yard line. So now Corbin will have it 2nd down and goal to go from the 14. Actually, he was hit about the 10 and driven back. They gave him about 4 yards extra there.
I'm looking at we might throw a pass to Corey Reeves about right now.
Let's see what happens here. On the 2nd down play, Gilmore on the option. Gilmore throws it back, and Darian Jackson at the 10, the 5-yard line. Ooh, that's getting rid of the football with a lot of company around.
It makes me just a little bit nervous, but I'll tell you what, he really did an excellent job. That's twice that he's got away with that. He seems to let the guy get all over him, and before the whistle can blow, he picks out Darian Jackson and sneaks the ball to him. Good job, neighbor.
12 runs already tonight for Darian Jackson. He got the ball down to the 5. That's a pickup of 9, but Corbin now will still have it 3rd down and goal to go from the 5-yard line. 6 minutes, 22 seconds to go in the opening half, with Corbin leading by 6-0. Again, the ball right at the center of the field. Here from the 5. And it's only about a yard that time. Grigsby tried to run over people, but had a lot of opposition by Ben Edwards, number 84.
Yeah, we were pretty well stuck at the line of scrimmage, and we didn't knock anybody off the ball. Edwards is a pretty big young man, and he came in there and made a good lick on Mervo. Mervo lowered the boom on him a little bit, but he didn't get much yardage.
Big play right now. 4th down, goal to goal. The ball at the 4-yard line. Coach Cotton Adams has been out. He's talked with the players now, and we'll see what we do. The drive that started at the 48-yard line as Corbin has dominated the play here in the first half. Gilmore will call. Rolling to his right. Good blocking. Behind Engel. He turns. He's close. He got the touchdown.
And you can give a lot of credit to Corey Reeves on that. He buried number 58, their linebacker, over on that right side. Gave Bryan a chance to cut it back up and go into the end zone.
Wow, that was some play right there. Got a lot of motion to the left. And here goes Gilmore to the right behind Ted Engel. He cut in behind him and went straight ahead. Took a lot of punishment, but got it in. Yeah. That's a 4-yard touchdown run, coming with 5 minutes and 52 seconds to go in the first half.
It was a good block by Ted, but Corey was over there too, and he smothered the linebacker. Did a heck of a job.
Corbin wants 2 right here, and they've spread the field here. Gilmore back. He looks. He looks. He's going to go down.
they were pretty well covered.
But the Red Hounds have taken a 2-touchdown lead over the Bryan Station defenders with that second touchdown of the night by Gilmore, and Corbin leads it by 12-0. 17 plays that time. It took us 10 plays the first time, 73 yards, 17 plays for 48 yards on this one. A tough touchdown, but they got it, and Corbin leads at 12-0. Now the kickoff. Mulberry watches. He puts it right through the legs of the defender, picked up now and returned to about the 16-yard line by Halliburton. But where did that football go?
I don't know. It went through his legs. I believe number 63, Todd Abney, was down and made a real nice lick on the kickoff and brought the ball carrier down. Good head-on tackle.
This will be Bryan Station's second offensive series of the night. The first time they took it at the 47-yard line and ended up minus yardage. They're -1 for the football game. This time they will take it at their own 16-yard line. So the quarterback for Bryan Station is Wesley Johnson. Johnson will split a back to the right side in Ben Robinson and one also to the left. He pitches back to Toomey as Toomey will try to go wide to his left, get some running room, and he got the corner finally taken down upfield by Corey Reeves, and Corey had to run him down.
He sure did. Toomey had not shown me a great deal from the line of scrimmage up to this point, but when he got to the outside, he turned it on and exhibited some great speed there for a 215-pound back. Really broke it to the outside and nearly outran us. Had not Corey caught him, it would have been a real tough race to the goal line.
For Bryan Station, Toomey has just run 23 yards. That is their second first down of this football game. Now the wide out to the right side is Crowders, a 150-pound junior, and they'll shift Robinson to the right side. First down and 10. The ball at the 39-yard line. The pitch back goes to Toomey again, looking for room. He'll grind out some tough yardage this time across the 40 to the 44 and 5 more.
And that time Toomey did run like a power back as they bounced off his thighs as he was going through the line, and he picks up about 5-6 yards, and the big boy may be picking up steam.
5 minutes to go in the first half. Corbin leads it by 12-0. We're glad you could join us for the replay of Corbin Red Hound football, being brought to you by the Corbin Deposit Bank and Trust Company. Now offering Quest. Right, Quest has come to the Corbin Deposit Bank. Also by Baptist Hospital. Baptist Regional Hospital, one of your fine sponsors this year for Corbin Red Hound reruns. Second down, a long 5 to go. Johnson will give. They try to burst it quickly up the middle, and Joey Bond was make that Dishman. Dishman gets a couple of yards to about the 46.
Shannon Farmer's done an excellent job at nose guard, Don. They're double teaming him sometimes, and he's coming off the blocks to make the tackle. He's a big, strong kid, and he's doing an excellent job in there.
Illegal procedure against Bryan Station.
Bryan Station will be assessed their third penalty of the night here, as Corbin will wipe out that 2-yard run and set them back 5 because of illegal procedure.
You know, the game has been relatively penalty-free. We've not had a lot of penalties in the game, but seems like they've come at crucial times to go against Bryan Station on our offensive drives. And then, of course, at this point when they're 2nd and 5, and it throws them back all the way to 2nd and 10. So,
of course,
penalties are hurting them a little bit.
We made the first 2 happen.
Oh, yeah.
And this one cost them 5, so it's back now where Bryan Station will have it 2nd down and 10 from their own 39-yard line. Johnson pitches. Here's Toomey trying that play that was so successful a moment ago. This time it gets him up to the 45-yard line, just a yard shy of where they were a moment ago. He gets back 6 of those yards.
Corey Reeves, Jeff Moran, Tim French, Mark Enderlot, all in on the stop. And I'll tell you what, this Tim French is playing with reckless abandon, Don. He's coming all the way across the line and making some good attempts at tackles. Even when he's not getting to the carrier, he's making them block him. He's doing a good job.
188-pound junior wears jersey number 81. That's Tim French. Here we go. Bryan Station now will have it 3rd down and 4 for the first down. The ball at their 45. Johnson gives Toomey. Here's the big guy running, and he gets the first down all the way to the Corbin 40-yard line. Bill, he got a hit of steam up that time.
He sure did, and he can punish the defensive backs. Jason Gooden made the tackle, or Toomey made the lick. I don't know which it was, but I'll tell you what, that was a hard lick, and Jason hung in there pretty well. This is a big kid, and he's running hard.
Jason Gooden, number 30, is a 5'10", 139-pound sophomore, and Toomey and he collided as Toomey is 215 pounds, a senior. He's taken it down to the Corbin 39-yard line. That would be a 16-yard run for him and the third first down of this football game for Lexington Bryan Station.
I think Jason kind of got winded just a little bit on that play, and that's why they stopped the play right there for just a moment, an official's timeout, but he seems to be all right now.
So the Red Hounds seeing the most serious penetration of the night by Lexington Bryan Station. As their wideout comes to the right side, they've been relying on Toomey. They jump off sides this time as number 70, John Steele III, a 205-pound sophomore, jumps, and Rusty Unks behind me said, we'll take that. That's the fourth 5-yard penalty of the night against the defenders.
Yes, and you know, they're moving the football real well right at this time, and those types of things, the motion penalties or whatever, even though they're only 5 yards, will put a kink in your momentum, and I'm hoping that that'll happen now. They
have first down and 15 now. The ball at the 44-yard line. Of course, the clock is their weapon now also. 2 minutes and 55 seconds to go in the first half. Corbin trying to hold them at bay as the Red Hounds lead it by 12-0. Johnson calls, pitches to me, tries right side. Got a lot of steam going this time, but the Red Hounds react much better. They pull him down after he crosses the 40 to about the 38. Still got 6 yards.
Yeah, that's Ted Engel. I'm glad to see he's back in there. Must be feeling all right. Comes in and makes the tackle. Ted's going to be a leader for us this year, Don. He's a senior. He's has outstanding ability and size and strength, and got a good attitude. Real fine kid.
We'll point out some of those defensive players. Number 57 out there, that's Mabe going both ways. And to the left side, number 55 is Engel. As they're set to go now on 2nd down and 9. Johnson back to throw. He's looking. He's being chased. He's in trouble. He goes down as Darian Jackson was the first one to get there. A penalty marker goes down, and
they called a late hit on French that time, and it was a later call than it was hit.
That's going to cost us. We had good defensive pursuit.
Yeah.
As Darian Jackson just did trip up the quarterback back at the 46-yard line.
Kind of a cheap call in it, but it was a very late call was what bothered me more than anything else. Tim's a little over aggressive, but I'd rather have him that way than the other way.
So that will cost us, and what looked like a devastating play for Bryan Station now will turn into a gain as that takes it down to the 31-yard line. What happens there? It ends up a net gain of 7 yards for Bryan Station from the point of the foul. And so now Lexington Bryan Station will have it 3rd down, about 1.5 yards to go for the first down. Instead, they would have had a loss back to the 46-yard line. It would have been a loss of 8 yards, and they would have been looking at 3rd down and some 16 yards to go for the first down.
That play may be very big before this half is over.
All right, here we go. Johnson on the 3rd down play now from the 31-yard line. He's back, he gives, and Halliburton will not go anywhere. Corbin reacts real well, and we see among those out there, number 44 and number 33, and you describe them.
2 fine football players, Corey Reeves and Mervo Grigsby, team up to fill the hole that time and knock him down short of the line of scrimmage. He's got a couple of yards to go for the first down yet on 4th down, and this is the big play.
This is really the big play for Bryan Station now. 4th down, about 1 yard to go for the first down. They have to look at that clock and respect it because only 1 minute and 20 seconds remains here in the first half. Here it is, 4th down, a little over 1 yard to go from the 31-yard line. You would expect Toomey, I would think. Here he goes. Toomey gets the call, and he'll get the first down. He's running over people.
He's got a touchdown.
Run for the touchdown. They hit him, but couldn't bring him down.
Well, he's the big back that over the years has given Corbin so much trouble. When we play a big back, it seems like that they seem to run through our tackles, but you got to give the credit to the kid. He's a fine football player, and we're going to have to do something to stop him if we're going to win this game.
Big play right there for Lexington Bryan Station because the clock was running out. They needed the first down. They got the touchdown. A 31-yard run by Todd Toomey. 6 foot, 215-pound senior tailback.
All too often, Don, on short yardage plays like that, once they break that line of scrimmage, it's a foot race to the goal line, and Toomey seems to have a good speed.
So Lexington Bryan Station is able to show us offense on a ball-controlled drive of their own as they've taken it from their own 16-yard line. Another of our fine sponsors, Food Fair Supermarket in the Forest Hill Plaza. When you need groceries, shop at Food Fair. They give S&H green stamps and service all the way to your car. The try for the point after touchdown now for Lexington Bryan Station. The kick, and the kick by Toomey is good. Big point right there because that cuts the deficit to only 5 as Corbin leads it by 12-7.
Bond kicking off.
Ready to go. 55 seconds. They let the clock run on the extra point. So Kennedy will take the ball at the 15, the 20, 25. Straight up field, a lot of steam across to the 35. And he approaches his job with a lot of vigor.
He certainly does. I tell you, they better be glad he's not as big as Toomey, or there'd be bodies on that field. He really runs hard.
At the 36-yard line, Corbin will have it now with 50 seconds to go in the first half. So we've let the clock run on each extra point try. I don't think the timekeeper is aware that it's a dead ball situation at that time. We lost 7 just a moment ago when Bryan Station kicked the extra point. Here Corbin has it at their 36-yard line, leading by 5 as the handoff will be given to Jackson. And Jackson will bring it up to the 39, got 3 yards.
Not much there, Don. It looks like we may be running the clock out here. We're down to 23 seconds and no timeouts. So
not a bad idea, though.
Oh, no. They've got momentum in their direction now, and we can kill a lot of that with halftime.
And that probably will be the final play of the first half as the Red Hounds approach the line of scrimmage with 8 seconds to go. Brian Gilmore looks back. He will let the clock run out, and Corbin will take the lead in at halftime. And that's it. So we come to the end of the first half here tonight as we begin our 11th season of replays here on Southern Cablevision. Don Estep with Dale Johnson and Bill Crook. We hope you enjoy it. We'll be back to recap first half activity and bring you the second half of tonight's Corbin Bryan Station football game from the Thoroughbred Bowl in Lexington, Kentucky. At halftime, it's Corbin 12, Lexington Bryan Station 7. Ready to go with our second half of football tonight. Corbin Lexington Bryan Station. Corbin leading 12-7. Mulberry's kick. And it's going to be taken by Toomey at the 25. Big guy running hard, but this time they're going to get all over him at the 37-yard line.
Real fine tackle downfield that time by number 59, Don. That was Trey Pennington, and sophomore, 5'9", 185 pounds, and really got down the field well that time.
Headhunter, and he gets him down at, they're going to call it the 38-yard line. So Lexington Bryan Station had good momentum to end the first half because of the running of Toomey. Now let's see what happens here with the ball at the 38-yard line. They'll have the wide out to the right side in Henderson. Johnson remains at quarterback. Toomey the tailback. Johnson steps back. He'll let her fly. And downfield, almost is it caught?
Sensational catch, Don.
I thought Hinderlight had it.
An absolutely sensational catch by number 22 from Bryan Station, who went over Hinderlight and made the catch.
Ben Robinson's his name. Ben Robinson, a 144-pound junior, somehow came up with that football at the Corbin 40-yard line.
You'll never see a better catch than that.
He did a fine job. I thought Hinderlight was all over him and had him defensed well, but he came up with that football, and that is the 4th first down of this football game for Bryan Station at the Corbin 40-yard line. Oh, that's a nice hit.
Yeah, and that's my old buddy Jonathan Wells getting in there right off the nose guard and making the stop.
Halliburton tried to run, and Jonathan Wells, number 60, a 5'8", 194-pound junior, was all over him for no gain.
Just a fine, quick move across that line of scrimmage. You remember Jonathan very well from last year, I'm sure.
Corbin leading by 12-7. Bryan Station has the football. We're in the third period of this football game as Bryan Station now will send Ben Robinson, the player that caught the football a moment ago, wide to the right side. This is the 2nd down and 10 play. And Corbin will jump off sides or where they pulled off sides.
I believe the center snapped the football. I really believe he snapped the football. Jonathan made a quick move, but I believe he snapped the football.
It could have been they were pulled. It looked to me like Bryan Station made the movement first.
Illegal procedure, Bryan Station.
Right. So
I'll tell you
Bryan
what.
Station gets a 5-yard penalty.
All you got to do is blink an eye, and Jonathan's across that line of scrimmage. He is quick.
Yes, he showed very quick reaction right there. He was into the neutral zone and making the contact. And that's a 5-yard penalty against Bryan Station. Back to the 45-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 15 now.
The only thing wrong with that, Don, last year sometimes he was across there before they blinked.
That shows aggressiveness. Once again, we'll see Ben Robinson coming wide to the right side. Toomey is the tailback. Johnson the quarterback. He fakes to Toomey. He's back to throw. Lets her air out. And Hinderlight along with the intended receiver. Robinson on the other side doesn't get it. Hinderlight was right with him stride for stride. That was Ben Edwards, pardon me.
You know, Don, Mark Hinderlight is one of the finest athletes we have on the ball club, and he certainly did an excellent job covering the end that time. We've got a illegal man downfield, it looks like, Don.
Yeah, a penalty marker thrown against Bryan Station again. Hinderlight going stride for stride in 2 occasions here in the second half. Robinson picked in one miraculous catch a moment ago, and this time their big player on this team, Ben Edwards, was unable to get that one. Ineligible receiver downfield is declined by Corbin, so with the ball at the 45-yard line, Bryan Station will have it 3rd down and 15.
And Hinderlight is also our Luke Sadler this year. He's one that runs the rollouts from the quarterback position.
He's on the corner to the right side, wearing jersey number 10. Grigsby to this side. Here's the 3rd down and 15 play for Bryan Station. The pitch back to Toomey. Toomey hesitates, and here he goes. Toomey gets 5. Toomey gets 10. And Toomey gets short of a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Don, Bryan Station players are pretty strong because there were 2 of them that were absolutely holding Tim French over on that end. One had right around his waist and pulling him backwards, and French was yelling to the official, who was busy concentrating on watching the ball game.
Down to the 32-yard line. That's a pickup of 13 by Toomey, but it's going to be 4th down, a couple of yards to go. So now Corbin really has a big call defensively here with 9 minutes and 32 seconds to go in the 3rd period and leading 12-7. Here's the play. 4th down, 2 for the 1st down. Pitch back to Toomey. Toomey will be hit, and I don't know if he got it or not. He's very close.
It's going to be very close. I think he's about 6 or 8 inches short, Don. I don't know. Maybe a foot short.
I hope you're right, but it's too close to call from our angle. Oh, you're right. He did not get it. Corbin has held. And who were some of the people in on that tackle? I was so concentrating on Toomey that I forgot to look at the defense. It was there, though.
There were a lot of red jerseys over on that left side, on the right side of the defensive line, Don, and just a tremendous defensive reaction.
Let's face it, that's one of the biggest defensive plays of this football game. You got to turn momentum, and that might do it right there.
That was the very play they scored on earlier.
Very play they scored on earlier, says Rusty Ox, and so you can see how critical that one was, and we played it right there. Okay, timeout here with 9 minutes and 18 seconds to go. We're in the 3rd period. Timeout with the score, Corbin 12, Bryan Station 7. We'll be back in a moment.
Okay. Staying off though.
We're ready to go. Corbin has the ball at the 31-yard line. 1st and 10, their first offensive series the second half, as Gilmore will deal. And coming up the middle, nice running room will be Jackson again to the 40-yard line. A pickup of 9 yards, and he's looked good tonight.
He certainly has. Darian, like we said earlier, has been the workhorse of the ball club. He's carried the football more than anyone else tonight and done a very creditable job.
So Corbin is able to continue to move offensively. That play a moment ago could be one of the key plays of this football game, in which Corbin rose to the occasion and stopped Toomey after getting only a yard. He needed a little bit more than that, and now Corbin has the football. Moran will come to the left. Grigsby goes to the right. It'll be 2nd down, less than a yard to go for the 1st down. Gilmore calls, and he'll give in close, and Hoover picking his way. Got the 1st down. He got more across midfield and down to the 49-yard line. Tony Hoover gets another nice run.
Super effort by Tony Hoover, who bounced off a couple of would-be tacklers. Is that the 2nd time he's carried the football this evening? certainly he's going to have one of the best averages per carry that of anybody in the state, because he's really had 2 big gainers.
That is Corbin's 8th first down of this football game, their first of the second half. And this time, Hoover has carried the ball for 11 yards to the 49-yard line of Lexington Bryan Station. Keeping it in close again. They're going to try Hoover again. He tries to slide off people this time, and he gets a couple of yards to the 47-yard line.
Hoover is an excellent football carrier. He covers the ball very well. He doesn't look like a fumbler. He picks his holes. He runs hard. He stays low. Excellent job.
The Red Hounds will have second down and 8 yards to go for the first down. The ball at the 47-yard line of Lexington Bryan Station, as we bring you the replay here on Channel 19 Southern Cablevision, being presented by Davis Salvage on the Falls Road at Oak Grove. When you need parts for your car or truck, remember, the place to save money is Davis Salvage. Ready to go on the second down play with the wide out to the right side, and Grigsby straight up the middle now. It'll go to Kenny Davis. Speaking of Davis, there he goes to about the 42-yard line.
Yeah, Kenny Davis came in at the on the last play, Don, and he's a young sophomore tailback and has a lot of ability, a lot of quickness, a lot of speed, a lot of hard drive. He looked real good on that play.
And speaking of Davis, Dale, you had a chance to get those cheerleaders down there. All right. I'm giving directions now. We'll get them in a moment. We'll stay on the Davis theme here for just a moment. Down to the 42-yard line. It's going to be third down and 3 for Corbin from there now. Hoover directing Davis on what to do. Wide out Grigsby to the right side, as Gilmore takes a lot of time, perhaps too much time, and that's going to cost him 5 yards. 6 minutes and 32 seconds to go in the third period. Corbin leading by 12-7. And there you go. The beauty of what we have in red here tonight. The Corbin cheerleaders standing on the track in front of, well, really, there's just one section here that's filled with a crowd that is a composite of one color. That's red over here to our right, and then scatterings of fans throughout the rest of the stadium. Those that were here for the first game tonight, many of them already gone home. Had a pretty good crowd to start with, but the Corbin fans are here in number. As Corbin has it third down and 9. Gilmore back to throw. He throws it over the middle, and he's got Corey Reeves. Reeves at the 10-5 touchdown.
All state Corey Reeves, you may as well say, Don. I'll tell you what, some kind of football player, a beautiful catch over his shoulder, and Gilmore put the ball right on the money.
Corbin is not a one-dimensional football team. Don't ever get that idea. They were playing the conservative game, which is necessary against Bryan Station tonight. But when they had to have the long yardage, you saw what happened. A 42-yard touchdown pass to Corey Reeves, and the Red Hounds now have put some insurance up there, badly needed insurance, as they take an 18-7 lead. 42-yard pass play coming with 6 minutes and 24 seconds to go here in the third period. Going for the 2 points after now from the 3-yard line. This is Gilmore lining them up. Gilmore back to throw. He'll fire it into the middle, and he's got Reeves again. Big 2 points coming right there, and Corbin now has taken a 20-7 lead over Bryan Station.
Corbin 20, Bryan Station 7. Taking off for Corbin, number 36, Mulberry.
Well, if that didn't excite you, what would? The Corbin Red Hounds looking sharp here in the opener tonight, and the kick is taken at the 28-yard line and returned to the 37-yard line by Mulberry, as you see a little more excitement into a lineup after something like that happens, and the Red Hounds were down there in numbers.
Yeah, we seem to have our peaks and valleys in this particular game as far as emotion's concerned. Now we get up a little bit and seem like when we kind of let off a little bit, but we better kind of stay after it at least for one more touchdown if we're going to beat this bunch.
I'm impressed as what has happened here in the second half as far as Toomey is concerned. He was running wild near the end of the first half, and here in the second half, well, at least as of now, we haven't seen that happen as we've defensed him well. Mulberry will come wide to the right, split into the left side. Let's see what Toomey does right here as he'll carry it ahead. You watch him bump off people, but still we're containing him much, much better.
Well, there's several people in on the stop, but the initial lick was made by James Mabe, the sophomore in there, that stood Toomey up and allowed number 77 Farmer to get in there and number 84 Moran. And, of course, the initial lick by Mabe was a big play.
He probably got 2 yards on that. Yes, just over the 40-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 8 yards to go for Bryan Station now. We still have 5.5 minutes remaining here in the 3rd period, but Corbin has taken a 20-7 lead over Lexington Bryan Station. They'll split the end to the right side once again now as they have a full house backfield. Johnson fumbles, but Toomey picked it up. So luck bounces the way of the Greens here tonight, and Toomey has taken the ball to the 47-yard line.
Trey Pennington on the tackle, Reeves on the tackle, Jeff Moran on the tackle. But it came just a little bit late. We should have had them back in the backfield when they missed the football like that.
And number 19 is Jason Gooden now. We have 2 Jason Goodens. We want to identify those. One is number 30 and one is number 19. This Jason Gooden is a 5'9", 173-pound junior as he came up from that left linebacker position. The gain was good. 4-7 to the 47-yard line. Bryan Station 3rd down, about a yard to go. And it's going to be the quarterback, Johnson, keeping the ball. And he's going to be hit by Hinderlight, and down he goes.
An exceptionally good defensive play by Mark Hinderlight, who undoubtedly is going to be one of our best football players this year. He's a senior, and he's playing like a senior. He's leading by example and just a super defensive play.
He's having a good football game. Mark Hinderlight, number 10, had stopped him at the 47-yard line for no gain, and now it presents a problem for Bryan Station. They'll have it 4th down, a yard to go. Will they gamble?
Oh, yes.
Well, if Corbin can stop them right here, look at that field position. No, they're not.
No, they're going to punt.
They're going to punt with Joey Bond in punt formation standing at his 35-yard line. Corbin has nobody deep.
We don't believe them.
Now Hinderlight is backing up a little bit. Hinderlight gets back. Bond will get the ball, and he'll get it out of there. And Hinderlight calls for a fair catch and takes it at the 23-yard line.
Fair catch by Mark Hinderlight, a Bond punt.
You know, Don, we have several people injured this evening. One of them in particular is Chuck Sylvie, that had so many difficulties last year with injuries, rib-wise, and I'm certain that if he were in this football game or playing this season, that he'd make a strong contribution. Excellent football player, great defensive back, excellent runner.
Corbin will have the ball at the 23-yard line now. This is their 2nd offensive series of this 2nd half. The Redhounds lead by 20-7 over Bryan Station. 3 minutes and 39 seconds to go in the 3rd period. And here's the handoff up the middle. I still don't see who has the football because Corbin has so many blockers around. And it'll be Hoover. And Tony Hoover has taken the ball across the 25 to the 26-yard line. Give him 3 yards.
Another determined run by Tony Hoover and some excellent blocking up front.
2nd down and 7 for Corbin. If Coach Cotton Adams could have written the script, he couldn't write it much better than what has happened here tonight. He's been able to do exactly what he wanted to do, control the football, eat up the clock, and right now sitting on a 20-7 lead. Corbin now on 2nd and 7 from the 26-yard line. Brian Gilmore, the quarterback. As Gilmore goes down, he gets rid of the football. Nice running by Grigsby, but they call it down. Oh, we got a nice whistle that time. He was in a lot of duress right there, struggling and struggling. He lost the ball, and we got the ball at the 30-yard line, and you know, it was free and rolling, but the whistle was sounding.
Well, I appreciate all the charity that we can get, but I honestly believe that Merv was still up when that football broke loose, but since they haven't got very much right before, it can't count on it now, can we?
No. They haven't done a bad job. Let's face it now.
They haven't. They've really done
Be fair about it. And the fact of the matter is, we got a huge break right there because Bryan Station might have come up with the football.
That's
Instead,
true.
Corbin will call timeout as they have 3rd down and 3 with the ball at the 30-yard line. We have timeout with 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the 3rd period, and Corbin leading by 20-7. Big play right now for Corbin. They'll have a 3rd down and 3 for the 1st down. The ball just over the 30-yard line. Full house backfield. as Gilmore will take it on a naked reverse, and he'll get that first down. Gilmore, nice running.
That's Mark Hinterlight. Yeah, that's Mark Hinterlight, Don. And Hinterlight is our running quarterback. He's got, like I said, a lot of Luke Sadler's moves and ability. And that's the play that Luke ran so successfully for us all last year. Another little man that we're missing this year that does a tremendous job out of that tailback position is Brent Jackson. Brent's out with a bad ankle this game, and I don't know how long he's going to be out, but certainly we're going to be eager to get him back in there. He's a real kamikaze player.
I didn't know he could be hurt. I'm really surprised at that. He's a tough little guy.
He sure is.
Corbin gets their 9th first down of this football game to the 36-yard line. Gilmore back in there, and Bryan Station reacts rather well this time. Who had the ball, Bill?
It looks like our fullback, Tony Hoover, up in there. We didn't knock him off the ball too well that time, and picked up maybe just a little bit of yardage. Maybe nothing.
Yeah, they spotted it right at the line of scrimmage for no gain. And so Corbin now will have it 2nd down and 10. So Coach Cotton Adams came in with Hinterlight for that much-needed running play and got it for the first down. Gilmore's back in there as they counter it to Grigsby. Nice running, covers up the football, goes across the 45, and gets a nice gainer.
Yeah, Mervo is really showing a lot of enthusiasm, and I think he's ready for his senior year too. And I noticed in the paper the other day that they picked him among the best backs in the state of Kentucky, and very well he could be.
You know, what you have to recognize is that's a whole new backfield for Corbin this year. We lost everybody last year, but I feel very good about what I'm seeing here tonight.
Of course, a lot of them have a lot of experience too, Don.
Yeah, they played a lot last year, but most of the starters graduated, and so we're seeing a lot of new faces out there tonight. We want to remind you about some of our sponsors. Insurance Service Center on North Kentucky Avenue, bringing you the games this year, as is Lowe's Building Supply. Ronnie Bowling. And been talking to Ronnie and Rick Foster and all the fine people where they've expanded that store at Lowe's Building Supply. We want you to go out and see them. Corbin does get the first down. Corbin Marine, your Mercury dealer, also bringing you Corbin Redhound football this year. Okay, Corbin has just picked up their 10th first down of this football game on that fine run by Grigsby as he got the ball up to the 46-yard line. 10-yard pickup. Gilmore with, Jackson burst through there. It looked like very little room. He got just the step that he needed. And Darian Jackson has taken it into Bryan Station territory.
Darian's got a quick burst of speed once he hits the line of scrimmage, and he seems to slither through real quickly and pick up that yardage before you can notice him. He's going to be a very valuable asset. He's a slashing type runner, and that's what we need, cutting up from tackle to tackle.
I wish we had sophistication enough to give you time of possession in high school football. I think if we did, we would show that Corbin has really dominated play here in this game tonight. They have controlled the football. They're controlling the game right now with 1 minute and 15 seconds to go in the third period and leading by 20-7. We'd like to continue to mention some of our sponsors here tonight. Gambrel Chevrolet Oldsmobile Cadillac and Gambrel Toyota on US 25E. Right over there near the Trademark Shopping Center. So if you're in the market for a new or used car, see Gambrel. As the ball is at the 48-yard line. Corbin has it 2nd down and 5 for the first down. Gilmore steps to his right. He steps back to his left and made a good decision as he comes forward across the 45 to the 44.
Gilmore made a fine move to cut back against the grain and pick up some valuable yardage there. A lot of quarterbacks would have went down without any gain, but he made a fine move and picked up 4 or 5 yards.
Thought his reaction was excellent there. He saw that there was a stopper to his right, made the quick move ahead, and turned what looked like might have been a loss into a gain of 4, and Corbin will have it 3rd down, a yard to go from there. The ball is at the 44-yard line of Lexington Bryan Station. Time running out here in the 3rd period now. Here's the 3rd down play. He's trying to draw him off again, I believe. Not going to work this time as he has to deal the football, but he didn't have to. There's Mervo Grigsby moving it near the 40-yard line.
Yeah, Mervo was really lowered his head and picked up the yards we need for a first down. One thing that we should acknowledge tonight, too, Don, we've got a new coach on our staff. Steve Jewell has come back to his alma mater and is assisting with the interior line and the linebackers. And my son played with Steve, and he said he was one of the most intelligent players that he ever played with.
That's the end of the third period here from the Thoroughbred Bowl, Lexington, Kentucky. After 3 quarters of football, the score is Corbin 20, Bryan Station 7. Here we go, the 4th and final quarter of this football game now. Corbin at the 41-yard line, and Kenny Davis gets the call, and Kenny still running. And the ball goes free, but the whistle has sounded again.
Yeah, and I think that was a good call. He was down before the ball got loose, and they were right on top of it. Kenny made a nice little run there.
He put the ball down to the 36-yard line, so just about 5 yards. Let's see where they spotted. 4-yard pickup that time by Kenny Davis. He wears jersey number 25, a 5'8", 166-pound sophomore. He's replaced in the lineup now as Mervo Grigsby, number 33, comes back in. Corbin's first home football game, by the way, will be in a couple of weeks. We hope you'll be there and fill up the stands at Dennis Stadium. The first home football game will be September 1st against Paris. We'll play next week against Cumberland at Cumberland, a tough football team. Here we go now. It's going to be 2nd down and 6 as Gilmore loses the football, but he gets back. Heads up play by Gilmore as he saw the ball going free and dived back in there and made it.
I believe he caught the football on somebody's rear end as he was coming out of the hole there and just kind of knocked it loose, but he reacted very quickly and got back on it.
We want to eat up more of that clock. Corbin leading by 20-7. Bryan Station's brightness came at the end of the first half when they had Toomey run for 31 yards and a touchdown. Other than that, it's been mostly Corbin in this football game tonight. We'll be on each Sunday night at 8 o'clock here on Channel 19 with the playback of Corbin Redhound football. Now, the Redhounds are facing 3rd down, about 7 to go for the first down at the 36-yard line as the pitchback will go to Grigsby. A lot of headhunters in front of him, but somebody slides through there to get Mervo after he gets across the 35.
And their defense has stiffened fairly well as we've got inside their 40-yard line here on this particular drive, and we're going to have to put it in the air, I'm afraid, or else kick it away.
Let's see what we'll do right here. It's an interesting play coming up right now as Corbin will have it 4th down and 4. The ball at the 34-yard line. The Redhounds took the ball at the 23-yard line. They moved it down to the Bryan Station 34 now. We have less than 10 minutes to go in the football game, and Corbin will be going for it. The ball is at the 35-yard line, just over the 35. Wide out to the left side is Kennedy. As Darian Jackson, he's diving. He's going for it at the 30-yard line, and he's going to be close.
I think, no, they're going to mark him just a little bit short. I believe they're going to mark him just a little short.
Jackson, a very good effort that time, saw where he had to get and tried his best to get there, but it looks as if it's close enough for a measurement.
It's about 6 inches short, I believe.
I hope you're wrong this time. You were correct a moment ago. What do you say, Dale? 4 inches short, okay. I say we got it. 9 minutes and 35 seconds to go. Tonight's game being brought to you by R.C. Miller, your Texaco distributor in this area. 4 inches short? My goodness. Jackson has put the ball to the 30-yard line, but Corbin has given it up on downs, and Bryan Station will take it right there at their 30-yard line. This is Bryan Station's 3rd offensive possession of this second half. They had the ball only twice in the first half, and again, that's what you want. You don't want to let them have the football because you know that they have the big players back there and they have some speed, and so keep it out of their hands. So here they go. 9:35 to go in the football game. They're going to show us wideouts both ways as they have it 1st and 10 from the 30. Johnson remains the quarterback. He's back to throw. He's looking. He's hit as he throws, and the ball is knocked away. Corbin had very good coverage. Moran was in front of the football that time.
They had excellent pressure, too. Jonathan Wells was back there, Don, and put some heat on the quarterback and made him throw it maybe a little sooner than he wanted to.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 10 from the 30-yard line. That took only 14 seconds on that play. We have 9:21 to go. Corbin Materials, also your host for Corbin Red Hound football. Need sand or gravel or concrete, septic tanks? See Corbin Materials. The pitch back goes to Toomey. Toomey trying to cut the corner. Got a little steam going, but this time they get him after he gets a gain to the 37. But Corbin has done much, much better the second half on curtailing Toomey.
Yeah, they've cut him down quite a bit, and they haven't gone to him quite as much as I expected that they might the second half. But they've been very successful in cutting him down. And French was on his tail that time, and Shannon Farmer was right after him.
Well, he got 7 yards. That's going to be 3rd and 3 now from the 37-yard line. Wideouts both ways again for Bryan Station. As Johnson will go back to throw. He's looking, and he gets it across the middle, almost intercepted. Mervo Grigsby got his hands on it, but he broke it up now, and so they're going to have 4th and 3.
Yeah, we might be better off letting them punt the way he punted that first time.
He's got a punting average of 0. Let's see if he can do it again. From the 37-yard line, Bryan Station will have it 4th down and 3. 8:39 to go in our game now. And, of course, we're going to be clock watchers because Corbin has a 20-7 lead. The Red Hounds will have a triple safety. One of them good and comes up a little bit. They had a high snap a moment ago, too, if you'll remember that.
Yeah.
As Joey Bond is back in punt formation. A low snap this time. And a high kick, though. It's going to be Hinderlight taking it at the 30, circling to his right. Hinderlight is down at the 35-yard line. Somebody got part of that helmet and knocked him off balance. He got a return to the 35.
Yeah, nice return by Mark, and Mark's pretty valuable all the way around. He reminds me a lot of where Chandler was last year. You remember Mel did so many things for our football team last year, and Mark seems that he's capable of doing that too, playing a little quarterback, playing the good defensive back, running back punts.
Crossroads Shell, number 2. On the Falls Highway, again, our sponsor this year. Pull in at the sign of the Shell station. Of course, you got free car wash there, too, with the fill-up. And Corbin has the ball now at their 35-yard line as Hinderlight is the quarterback, and Hinderlight deals to Hoover, and Hoover gets about 4 to the 39.
You know, Tony Hoover's had a real good game. He's done a real good job running the football, but he's also been blocking in there on all the plays, and the lead blocker, and he's had a whale of a football game. He sticks his nose in on every play and grinds it out.
For those of you that saw the panorama, I don't think you saw Corbin. I believe something was playing possum in that, because that didn't look like this team that we're seeing here tonight.
Mark Hinderlight in, Don, and I look for a sweep.
All right, let's see what happens. I look for a timeout, right. 7 minutes and 25 seconds to go in our football game as we have a timeout called with the score. Corbin 20 and Lexington Bryan Station 7. Second down, 6 yards to go for Corbin now, and it's going to be Hinderlight on the roll. Hinderlight looking for an opening, and he takes a flip-flop at the 40-yard line.
Pretty hard lick there, Don. Mark's got some shoulders that happen to pop in and out on him from time to time, and I always watch him after he gets hit hard like that, but he seemed to get up okay and not have a problem with it. But we do have Mabe down and seems to have a problem with his leg.
Well,
maybe a cramp.
Could be a cramp. The weather here tonight is a little bit warm. Pretty nice evening for football from the Thoroughbred Bowl in Lexington. 7:05 to go in our game. Mabe will be coming out as Corbin will have it at the 40-yard line. 3rd down and 5 for the first down.
Well, it's nice up here, Don, but you got to remember that we're 50 feet higher than the stadium lights. Down on the field, it may be warm.
We are a good distance from the field on top of this press box, and of course that does affect our television picture somewhat, as we cannot get the close-ups that Dale Johnson normally gets.
It affects our television picture somewhat. It affects my nerves a lot.
We've had the opportunity over the last several years of being able to stand on creaky press boxes and try to broadcast and telecast football games. And next week, they treat us real nice, usually at Cumberland. We hope they do again next week, as we'll be going up there. And we'll wear parachutes if you're afraid of that. That's a good vantage point. It's pretty high up there.
I wouldn't mind if we got rained out at Wayne County.
It always rains at Wayne County. 40-yard line is the line of scrimmage. Third down, 5 for the first down. The wide out is Davis to the left side. Hinderlight goes to the line of scrimmage. A flag is down. Now, in the first half, Brent Kennedy, number 7, sustained a cut on his finger. He's been out here, I noticed, warming up along the sidelines. I think they stitched that up during the halftime. He's a tough customer.
Yeah, Brent's a fine athlete.
Bryan Station offsides. That gets it very close to a first down. It'll be third down, less than a yard to go. Are they going to measure it? Looking across now to see whether or not. The ball is up to the 45-yard line.
Okay, man, we got it.
First down, Corbin.
We did get that first down. That's number 12 for Corbin. 7 minutes and 2 seconds to go. Now that's Kennedy wide to the left side right now, and Mervo Grigsby to the right side. Hinderlight remains the quarterback. Hinderlight will deal to Davis, and Davis got 5, 6, almost 7 yards.
Fine run, Don. I tell you, Kenny Davis is impressive in his first varsity experience to much of a degree. Last year he played some after the games were decided, but the fat is still in the fire, and he's playing in this game and doing very well.
Coach Cotton Adams getting a chance tonight to use some people because of the 20-7 lead here, and Davis has looked well in coming in as a substitute. Wide out to the left side on the 2nd and 4 play now is Grigsby, as they'll go up the middle again, and running low is Hoover. Hoover gets the first down. He takes it to about the 40-yard line and some 9 yards right there.
And Tony continues to pad those stats.
That will be first down number 13 for Corbin. I would think, from my vantage point at least, that Corbin has been impressive here tonight. I hope you agree.
I didn't catch that.
I said Corbin has been impressive here tonight.
Oh, yeah, they really have. And they've played extremely well off the line of scrimmage.
Hoover got it down to the 40-yard line. Corbin first and 10 from there. Again, the wide out to the left side as Hinderlight deals up the middle, and Hoover will pound it for about 3 more yards to the 37-yard line. That's what Corbin wants to do right now, obviously. They're running that clock. Only 6 minutes to go, and they've got a 20-7 lead.
Yeah, that's what Corbin wants. What Tony Hoover wants to do. He likes to carry that pigskin.
A neutral observer might say that's kind of boring to see what they're doing right now, but as far as I'm concerned, when you're ahead and winning a game, they can do it all night long.
Well, Woody Hayes never found it boring.
Winning is what you want, and that's what it takes. That's the way to do it. All right, 2nd down and 7 at the counter. Or did he? Where's that football? It's Hinderlight with it.
Yeah.
I thought he'd given it off to Jackson, but instead he kept the ball, went wide to the left side, and got some yardage.
Hinderlight just a little, well, he's got problems with his pads there, but he's okay.
Number 88 coming into the lineup for Corbin now will be John Sermont, a 6', 173-pound senior. As Sermont comes in at the end, replacing Moran. Down to the 33-yard line. That was a pickup of 4, and the Redhounds will have it 3rd and 3. Which reminds us also that Owens Auto Parts on 18th Street is one of our fine sponsors this year. Ooh, what a breakaway that time. And the ball gets free, and Bryan Station will get, or will they? Corey Reeves got in there and got it.
No,
or did he?
No, Bryan Station got the ball.
Boy, from up here, it looked like Corey had it. I thought Corey had fallen on the football at the 15.
He's got the football now, but for some reason they're giving it to Bryan Station.
Coach Cotton Adams saying that Corey Reeves got it too. I don't think Mike Thomas got that ball. Corey Reeves was able, it looked like he was on top of it from here. And he came up with it after everything had died down. 4 minutes and 51 seconds to go, so Bryan Station gets the football, but they're down at their own 15-yard line. Corbin has a 20-7 lead, and Bryan Station here perhaps will try to go to the air. Let's see what happens. They have a slot formation to the right side. As Johnson pitches back, or no, he fakes the pitch back. He throws, and the ball is knocked down.
It's a super play by Mark Hinderlight. Super play. Reached in, and Edwards, their big All-State tied in, had the ball knocked away. Did I say All-State? Not as long as Corey Reeves is.
Well, Ben Edwards is having a tough time tonight because of number 10, and he has made his mark in this football game.
He certainly has. Mark Hinderlight's played a tremendous football game.
So that is an incomplete pass, which will stop the clock with 4:29 to go. Bryan Station has the ball at the 15-yard line. Right now would be a good time for an interception and a return for a touchdown. Let's see.
They keep throwing toward Mark Hinderlight. That's subject to happen.
All right, same formation. They have a man in motion this time to the left side. And Johnson back to throw. He'll just up in the air. Kennedy, get over there. Oop.
Oh.
Who got it? Nobody.
But Mark played really good position that time. He had it to where that there was no one could get the ball but him, but I think he's got a cramp over there now.
He went up in the air at the same time the intended receiver, William Crowders, went up. And they're going to have it now 3rd down and 10 from the 15-yard line. And tonight's game being brought to you by Pepsi-Cola as usual. Pepsi-Cola making sure that you see the replays of Corbin Redhound football. It's going to be 3rd down and 15 yards to go from, rather 10 yards to go from the 15-yard line for Bryan Station. Back to throw is Johnson. Johnson will pitch it, and it's on the ground, and it's going to be a forward pass. It was pitched forward, so it's at the 15-yard line now where it's going to be 4th down and 10, and I think they'll give it up with 4:18 to go.
Well, I'll tell you, Don, I think our defensive secondary for the past 2 years has done an excellent job. Coach Faulkner is responsible for that area, and they have just done a tremendous job covering pass receivers, and it doesn't bother me at all for them to try to throw on us anymore.
Oh, you can find no fault with what you've seen out there tonight especially. All right, once again in punt formation will be Joey Bond. Bond is standing at his 3-yard line.
Bond in punt formation. Hinderlight is deep.
And Corbin puts no rush on him, so a pretty nice kick out of there, and it's going to be taken. His knee was on the ground. Jason Gooden took it with one knee down, and Corbin will have it in very good field position at the 44-yard line of Bryan Station. Well, our presentation tonight is from Curtis Mathis Camera. And at Curtis Mathis, of course, you'll find the finest in products, from VCRs, televisions, and all of the electronic gadgetry that they have at Curtis Mathis. We're able to present this game through a Curtis Mathis camcorder that's just the finest you'll ever see.
If it seems like Jason Gooden's all over the field, Don, he is. There's 2 of them out there.
2 of them, I know. Corbin has it at the 44-yard line now. Less than 4 minutes to go in this game. Big football game here tonight for Corbin. Hinderlight will deal, and down to the 40-yard line for the Red Hounds.
It's Tony Hoover. Tony's become a real workhorse this second half. The whole 4th quarter, they've handed the ball to him many, many times.
Gain of 4.
4-yard pickup on that one now. It's going to be 2nd down and 6. And the Red Hounds would be very happy here to just run out the remaining 3.5 minutes of this game and walk away with the victory over a big Lexington Bryan Station team that was 7-3 last year and picked as one of the top teams in Lexington this year. Hinderlight gives, and here's Hoover again, and Hoover gets free at the 30, the 25, the 24-yard line. Tony Hoover, big run.
What a big game Tony Hoover's having, I'll tell you, and what a fine time for it here. The first game of his senior season, and he's just really sparkling. Carrying that football, blocking, really done a sensational job tonight.
He got 16 yards right there, and Corbin's 14th first down. And the Red Hounds with the ball at the 24-yard line now. 1st down and 10 yards to go. This will be Grigsby wide to the right side as Hinderlight remains the quarterback. He'll deal it to Darian Jackson. He comes across the 20 to the 19, got 5 more yards.
Good little pickup. We got time. We might just push another one across, Don.
2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. The Red Hounds have to like this Thoroughbred Bowl. This is their 4th appearance in the 5 years, and we would think now with just 2.5 minutes to go and leading 20-7, 4 straight victories.
Certainly looks that way. I think that they've got a rule that won't permit you to come more than 2 years in a row, but we'd like to get a contract on this for about 10 years in a row, I think.
Beating some big opposition, people the likes of Danville, Boyd County, and things like that.
Hoover.
Watch him slide off of there. Nice running by Tony Hoover down to the 12.
The kid is really having a game.
This has got to build some confidence with some of these kids, too, that didn't get to play that much last year or handle the ball. Now, Tony did play in that backfield a lot as a blocking back last year, but he didn't get to touch the football that much. But here tonight, he's showing he can tote the mail.
He certainly can, and I'll tell you what, I bet he's a good buddy of Ted Ingles, too, because he rode him right on through the line.
15 first downs for Corbin on that 7-yard pickup by Hoover, down to the 12-yard line. Grigsby wide out to the right side. Only a minute and 50 seconds to go now, as the handoff this time will be given to Davis, I believe, across the 10 to the 7.
Kenny Davis.
Big Joel Carpenter, number 70, right in front of him. So Corbin, well, let's make it the 8-yard line, where they're going to have it 2nd down and 6 for the first down. But more importantly, only a minute and 25 seconds to go in the football game. And Corbin deep at the 8-yard line. Grigsby wide to the right again, as Hinderlight, your quarterback, will call the play. Long count this time by Hinderlight. Deals to Hoover. Hoover to the 5, and Hoover down to about the 4. They push him back. Now with a minute and 5 to go, the Red Hounds have everything well in hand. It will be a 3rd down play coming up, but Corbin has it down to the 5-yard line. I think this has to erase any doubts that the people had that watched Corbin in that exhibition panorama. That they played possum, obviously. They came out there and worked on things they wanted to for this game and not for that particular instance, and it's really paid off.
I certainly feel better.
Here we go now, 3rd down, the ball at the 5-yard line, 34 seconds to go, and Hinderlight will look for that end zone. I don't think he got it, though. Nope. Down to about the 2-yard line. It's going to be close for 1st down.
Hope they have to stop the clock to measure.
Well, Corbin has 15 first downs in the football game. They have completely dominated this game here tonight. Lexington Bryan Station has only 4 first downs in the game. 1 the second half. Just short of the first down by inches here. Let's see what Corbin will do. They'll spot the football after the chains have been brought across. Whether Corbin will put it in play or not, I don't know. As they approach the line of scrimmage with number 71 Robert Hart to the right side.
They're not going to run the ball.
They're not going to run the ball. They're going to sit on this lead, I would think. Hinderlight? No, he is. No, he's going to do a gentlemanly thing and shows a little mercy for Lexington Bryan Station, and Corbin will come away with the victory, or will they? They turn the ball over by doing that.
Timeout.
12 seconds to go.
Oh, that was a change. It changes the ball.
Corbin has won the game regardless of what could happen here from the 3-yard line. Sportsmanlike gesture on the part of Coach Adams, however, and you've got to respect that.
Well, certainly
he could have added perhaps another touchdown right there.
Yeah, it was a sportsmanlike gesture on his behalf, and I think that's the gentlemanly thing to do, and nobody gets hurt on the play, and the ball game's pretty well decided, and there's no sense in pushing another
Well,
touchdown.
The clock is running right now. We're down to 5 seconds to go. They're trying to hurriedly get it off. Johnson with 2 seconds. He gets the snap, and he goes down after getting a couple of yards, and the Red Hounds are victorious. What a game they've had here tonight, Bill. I don't know that you could ask for anything more. It's almost as if the Corbin coaching staff had written a script and said, here's what we want to do, and they executed it right to perfection.
That's true. Coach Adams spoke in the paper earlier this week and indicated that this was the type of football game that he wanted to play, and he played it right to the hilt and did a superb job. And once again, they've come out victorious in the Thoroughbred Bowl, Don, and an excellent performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, may we direct your attention.
Right now, the Corbin Red Hounds victorious by 20-7. 2 touchdowns by Gilmore, 1 by Corey Reeves, enough to settle the issue here tonight.
The Most Valuable Player Award.
Corbin is out to receive Most Valuable Player Corey Reeves, number 44. And, of course, that was a very hard thing to decide. Who would be most valuable? Of course, we congratulate Corey, but they all played so well.
They really did. It was a team effort, and, of course, Corey is a standout, and there's no question about that. fantastic football player, and I'm glad to see him get an honor like this. But like you say, there were numerous players on the team that could very well have won it. It was a team effort.
Runner-up trophy is being presented by Ken Cox now to Lexington Bryan Station. And again, for the 4th time, the Corbin Red Hounds will go out to accept a championship trophy, and there they go. Well, it's been a super night and a great way to start a football season. You've got to keep in mind that we're playing against a 4A school in Lexington Bryan Station, and Corbin continues to show their dominance here in this Thoroughbred Bowl. It's getting off on the right foot.
Really is, and I think we're in a position for a championship season if we just will follow through and continue to build momentum like we had tonight. And I'll tell you what, they had an excellent performance for an opening game, and such a turnaround from the Gritorama. It's just hard to believe.
Corbin winning by a score of 20-7 on behalf of Dale Johnson and Bill Crook. As we watch now our championship trophy being delivered by Charlie Baker. It'll be safe and sound in Corbin, of course, next week, no doubt about it. Next week, we'll be talking from Cumberland, Kentucky, as the Redskins will play host to the Corbin Red Hounds. We'll have that ball game right here on Channel 19 Southern Cablevision. We hope you'll join us. On behalf of our fine sponsors that made it possible here tonight, this is Donnie Stepp saying good night, everybody.